I think the whole Epstein case, Maxwell case, for me, it's a sort of an illustrative story of what happens when some people, usually men, although obviously not exclusively men in the case of Ghislaine Maxwell, it tells me what happens when some people are powered by wealth and privilege and connections and opportunities. Some people, it powers them into becoming the worst version of, or arguably the purest version of themselves. They become them on steroids. You know, like if you are a person who makes a lot of money very quickly and you're a nice person, you're compassionate, empathetic, you just want the world to be a better place, probably that money, that privilege, those connections are going to power you to spend more time researching medicine and trying to get different treatments to different parts of the world where they lack them, or leveling up parts of the third world, because that's what's important to you, right? If you're a good person, that money, that privilege will propel you to do that. If you're a different type of person, an Epstein, maybe a Maxwell. I mean, I don't know enough about the dynamic between the two of them to really comment, but certainly an Epstein. Or maybe, like, you know, we see this also in the worlds of football and investment banking. You know, when somebody gets a lot of money very quickly, they become what I think is the purest version of them. Like pop stars, rappers. Some of them, the money it just makes them become what they always wanted to be, or they were always destined to be. And I think with somebody like Jeffrey Epstein, that is what happened here. I think he made a lot of money very quickly, and what was important to him was having sex with a lot of underage girls. I think that was his motivator. That's what he wanted out of life. And so that was that's what he pursued. Now, in the podcast earlier, I was talking about what I actually think was happening was it was a sort of state-funded, and, you know, we don't know which state, although there's a lot of rumours that it was the Israeli intelligence service, that it was a state-funded honey trap operation that sought to gain embarrassing material on world leaders and former world leaders with a view to then blackmailing them. You know, they'd be compromised and then they would be pushed into signing off bills that maybe otherwise they would not have done. But maybe that was his job, but also he really loved his job, quite clearly. So I think it's an illustrative tale of what happens when quote-unquote bad people are powered by money and they end up becoming that worst version of themselves. And it's not made easy to sort of identify those people, because here's the kicker: when bad people make a lot of money and they pursue the things that they actually are really interested in, they always cloak themselves in the other stuff that makes them look like the pure people who actually just want to do something nice. You know, you got the kind, compassionate person over here who just wants to spend all of this newfound wealth, you know, pursuing medicine, leveling up parts of the third world. You got these guys, but then also in parallel, you've got the bad guys who are out here dragging teenagers off to some, you know, secluded island to do God knows what with former world leaders. You got these evil guys who are also saying, you know what, I'm a philanthropist and I donate money to this guy and I'm really just trying to level up the third world, you know? So it's impossible to sort of to solve this or stop this from happening again. I think it's probably going on right now out there. There's probably like billionaires, presidents, former world leaders all congregating on a island somewhere right now as I'm recording this, saying we're not going to get Epstein for being here, are we? Does anybody know that we're here? No, there's not even any flight logs. Yeah, as soon as you fly in, we just burn the flight logs. All right, okay, as long as I can't be getting caught for this shit. I promise you that's happening right now.